The Jallianwalabagh, a garden, a sanctuary. On April 13th, 1919, it became a crucible of tragedy. It was Baisakhi, a joyous harvest festival. Thousands flocked to Amritsar's heart, to this walled garden. Families picnicked, children played. The air thrummed with festivity, but beneath the surface, a current of unease ran deep. India, under British rule, chafed under oppressive laws. The recent Rowlatt Act, draconian and unjust, had ignited widespread anger. At Jallianwalabagh, this anger found voice in peaceful protest. Speeches echoed, calling for unity and resistance. Little did they know their cries would be met not with dialogue, but with bullets. The crowd swelled. Estimates vary, but thousands, men, women, children, packed the Bagh. They came from surrounding villages, drawn by faith and the spirit of resistance. There was laughter, there was debate. A palpable sense of community filled the air. This was a gathering of ordinary people, their lives deeply intertwined with the fate of their nation. They believed in their right to assemble, to make their voices heard. This belief, this inherent human right, would soon be brutally violated. A Brigadier General Reginald Dyer, a name etched in infamy, marched into the Bagh. He was tasked with maintaining order, with quelling dissent. But what he brought was not peace, but a maelstrom of violence. Dyer, a man of iron will and chilling conviction, saw not peaceful protesters, but a challenge to colonial authority. He ordered his troops, Gurkha and Baluchi soldiers, to seal the exits. The crowd was trapped, their joyous celebration transformed into a scene of unimaginable terror. Without warning, the order rang out, "Fire!" A deafening volley of gunfire tore through the Bagh. Men, women, children cut down in an instant. The air, thick with the smell of gunpowder and the screams of the dying, became a chilling testament to colonial brutality. For 10 long minutes the fusillade continued, 1,650 rounds, each one a searing indictment of an empire's callous heart. The ground, once vibrant with life, was now littered with the dead and the dying. Those who could fled in terror, scrambling over bodies, desperate to escape the carnage. The immediate aftermath was chaos. The wounded lay unattended, their cries for help swallowed by the heavy silence. Dyer, his mission of suppression accomplished, imposed a curfew. No medical aid was allowed, no solace for the grieving. The world, initially kept in the dark, reacted with horror as news of the massacre spread. Rabindranath Tagore, the poet laureate, renounced his knighthood in protest. Mahatma Gandhi, his faith in peaceful resistance shaken, called for a nationwide hartal. The official death toll, a shockingly low 379, belied the true scale of the horror. Independent estimates placed the number far higher, a grim testament to the indiscriminate nature of the firing. But beyond the numbers lay individual stories, each more heart-wrenching than the last. Stories of families torn apart, of lives extinguished, of dreams shattered. The massacre at Jallianwalabagh became a turning point, a stark symbol of colonial oppression. The Jallianwalabagh Massacre was more than a single event. It was a wound on the soul of a nation, a scar that continues to remind us of the human cost of oppression. Udham Singh, a young man who witnessed the massacre, dedicated his life to seeking justice. 21 years later, he assassinated Michael O'Dwyer, the then Lieutenant Governor of Punjab, an act that underscored the depth of anger and the simmering desire for retribution. Today, Jallianwalabagh stands as a memorial, a solemn reminder of the price of freedom. The bullet holes preserved on the walls serve as a silent testament to the brutality unleashed that day. The well, where countless souls leap to their deaths, seeking to escape the hail of bullets, stands as a chilling reminder of the human cost of colonial rule. The massacre at Jallianwalabagh was a tragedy, but it was also a catalyst. It ignited the flames of the Indian independence movement, a movement that would eventually free India from the shackles of British rule. It is our duty to remember Jallianwalabagh not just as a historical event, but as a stark warning against the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of safeguarding human rights. We must ensure that such horrors are never repeated, that the sacrifices of the past pave the way for a more just and equitable future.